Hey there, let's talk about attraction marketing and increasing sales and all the fun things like making more money in our businesses. I'm Haley Gray. I'm the group owner in the Women's Entrepreneur Network, and I am also the owner of Fiercely Marketing, which is a boutique digital marketing agency. So we spend a lot of our time helping our clients look more attractive on the internet. Hey there, good to see you. And wouldn't you know it, there is this thing out there called attraction marketing. And what's interesting to me about the whole attraction marketing thing is that depending on how you're putting your energy out there, how you're putting your marketing out there, how you're putting things out there, you are either attracting people and bringing more people in, or you are scaring people off and making them run for the freaking hills. And the question is, which one are you doing? When we are desperate and we are down to our last $5, or we're not going to make payroll, or we're whatever, when you get desperate, people can smell that. You give off a certain vibe, you give off a certain energy, and it doesn't matter how great you are at reaching out to people and doing all the things and doing all those, reach outs and sales pitches and attraction posts and whatever. The energy is just gonna be off, and it is going to scare your potential clients away. And I see this with a range of different businesses. When your energy is off, when your targeting is off, when your branding is off, when the pieces don't quite line up with your marketing, interesting things happen, or rather, they don't happen. And it stinks and it feels icky if you're honest with yourself about, right? It really feels icky and sticky and really kind of slimy. And hello, Tish and Denise and Kimberly. So we are trying to avoid that icky, sticky, slimy marketing for the most part. I understand hustle. Guys, I get hustle. I do hustle. I'm up here doing my Facebook Lives. I do all the things. But I'm not out here chasing people down. I'm out here wooing people in, which is a very different energy. I have to be okay. And when you're doing sales, you have got to be okay with no's. And in fact, you can even celebrate the no's. And you can come at people with a gentle energy and attract them. And it puts out almost like pheromones, bees or whatever. And it attracts people to you. It attracts clients to your business. But when you get desperate, when you get aggressive, when you get pushy, when you are putting the wrong kind of energy behind your marketing, it scares the poor clients away. And what's really funny is that I cannot overcome that with any amount of tech. You can do a little bit better with tech about overcoming it, with doing ads, with doing the right messaging, with doing all the marketing, with doing all the things. But if your message and your marketing and your intent don't all line up and your targeting don't all line up, then it does tend to send people a bit of a blurry, confused message, and they tend to kind of run a bit for the hills. Or they're like, oh, that's nice, but I don't really know what you're doing, so I'm really not going to buy from you. It's a really, really frustrating place to be in your business. So what do you do? First of all, you have to get into a good headspace. if you're desperate to make sales, starting a business may not be the place for you at this exact point in time. Unfortunately, if you are absolutely desperate to make sales because you're not going to eat, go drive for Uber, go do for Lyft, do something, do shopping, whatever you need to do to make money instantaneously. Because for most people, doing a business is going to take a little bit of time to build, especially if you are working through figuring out exactly what you're offering and who you're helping and why you're helping. And do I feel like this is a process you have to work through? Yes. I do feel like it's a process that you have to work through. Can you short circuit it? Yes. Can you always short circuit it? No, unfortunately. It is a process that you have to understand what you're offering. You have to understand who you're offering it to. You have to understand why you're offering it to. And you have to have somebody to offer it to, right? So if those pieces and parts don't start to line up, it's going to be really, really, really hard to grow your business, right? Because if you don't know what you're selling, if you don't know who you're selling it to, and you don't have anybody in that audience already in your audience, you're going to probably struggle. And I see a lot of ads out there that are oh, well, you need to go out and put this post on your Facebook profile and it's just going to attract people in. Well, if you don't have the right target audience of people who are connected to you already on your Facebook profile, no amount of posting is going to attract those people in if you're not already connected to them somehow, or you're not finding a way to connect to those people somehow. So you've got to find a way to connect to people, to draw them in, to bring them in for a conversation. And being hyper aware and doing the research, yes, I said it, research, understanding who these people are, where they live, and who's likely to buy, and making sure that we're getting those people in into our net so that we can actually start conversations with them is super duper important. If you're over here fishing in a completely wrong pond, it's not going to do you any good. And in fact, you're probably going to starve to death before you start attracting clients in the right way. So attraction marketing is part energy. It's part how you're projecting yourself out there to the world. It's part branding, part your messaging, and part your targeting. When all the pieces line up, that is where the magic really, really starts to happen. And it is almost like magic. And I think that it's part of the reason that you see some people that look like they suddenly become an overnight success. There are some really big name coaches out there. And they're like, yeah, I was a secretary or I was an admin and I was working in New York and I was, doing these things and I decided I was going to change my entire life. Great. They had an idea for a product that they wanted to sell and they were totally aligned with it. They were really excited by it. They weren't desperate because they already had a job. And they already had a really killer network of people that they could reach out and call. So, of course, they did amazing things because they had that platform. They had those connections. They had that network. They had that credibility. They had all of those pieces and parts already there. So what do you do when you start at less than that level, right? Okay, well, that sounds great and all, but I don't have a network. I don't have connections. I don't have those people. Well, part of what you have to do is begin this process of doing this research of who do I need to be connecting to in the first place? Where do these people live? Do they live on Facebook? Do they live on LinkedIn? Do they live in certain networking groups? Do they live in certain mastermind groups? Are they in certain alumni groups? How am I going to find those people and hunt them down? Because for most of us, simply building a funnel and running ads to it is probably not going to be quite the way that we need to go because it's going to be too expensive. Spending $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on building a funnel, testing a funnel, running ads, trying it over and over and over again until it's successful. And yes, it really can cost that much, is going to take a lot time, effort, energy, and money from you. Whereas trying to leverage and find the right network is going to close a lot faster, because when you meet people in person and you connect to people personally, or you connect to people on your Facebook page and you have kind of that one-to-one connection, you close people a lot faster. And you can intrigue them a lot more, and you can do a lot of things that you can't otherwise do. So attraction marketing is this like bits and pieces of not just your energy, but the research and making sure that you're connecting to the right people in the right time in the right place and going through this process. And thank you, Denise, for sharing that. And you know, that is part of what we do for Fiercely Marketing, is that research and understanding your audience and really getting to know who your audience is and testing things and make it better and doing it over and over and over again, so that it's not just, hey, I'm doing this for the sake of doing it because somebody said I should do it. It's really that understanding of who your audience is, finding your audience and being super clear about it before you maybe start doing those paid ads. It's taking and leveraging that network and doing all those things before you start doing the paid ads and before you start building the huge funnel and before you start doing those things. I find that for most of my clients, what works the best is not the sexiest in the world. I'm going to be honest. What works the best for my clients most times is that they figure out who they want to target and they offer one-to-one or done-for-you services, you know, especially in the case of coaches or VAs, and they offer it at a very small level. And then, like, if you're a coach, you do one-to-one, small group, larger group, courses online, more automated courses with partial recorded, and you go down this progress. And you go from doing, you know, personal invitations to doing recorded webinars and on and on and on and on. And you take each piece one bite at a time, one little tiny piece at a time, and you take the little pieces in chunks and you make sure that you're doing every single little thing in your business, one little baby step at a time. Is it slower? Yes, it is, but it has a higher success rate. I'm not going to sit here and sell you something that has a 2% success rate. I'm going to sit here and tell you how things generally tend to work, whether you're in a restaurant business or whether you're, you know, an accountant or a CPA or an attorney. There are certain fundamentals. Fundamentals are just plain fundamentals when it comes to marketing. Foundations are just foundations, y'all. And doing the things that we know work over and over and over again, you see an 80 to 90% success rate versus 2 to 3%. I don't know about y'all, but I'll take the 80 to 90%, you know, with somebody who's telling me how it really is, rather than selling me bullshit and lies. So anyway, I'm going to do a card pull because it's Monday. I just got this amazing Fairy Medicine Oracle card deck last week from Maritza Moreno. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has all the cool little descriptions in it for all the cards. Here are some of the cards. So y'all can see them, and they are super pretty. And if you guys would like for me to pull you a card, I will. And in the interest of, you know, attracting who we want, think about what energy you're putting out there in the world. Think about what you're manifesting. Think about what you're bringing into reality. Think about what you are speaking into reality in your business. It is amazing how what we say becomes. What we think, our energy, all of that becomes who we are and really does an amazing job. So any hoodles, I am going to pull a card. Tish says 7th from the bottom. Patty says top. So I'm going to do the one on the top, and then I'm going to do the 7th from the bottom because I can. Don't shoot me, Patty. I would absolutely be delighted to pull a card for you. Just tell me which card you'd like me to pull. Patty, this is for you. Earth medicine. Connect with Mother Earth to help ground your dreams into physical reality. With this card, the fairies are reminding you how important it is to celebrate and nurture your connection to Mother Earth. As a human being, you are a creature of the earth. Without this connection, you could not exist. Communing with Mother Earth and her elements is like breathing or feeling the blood of life pulse within you. Every breath you take and every heartbeat energizes you and replenishes you with new life force. This is why honoring your sacred bond with Mother Earth is a key ingredient to manifesting your dreams into physical form. When you disconnect from Earth, you also disconnect from your own creative power. You can strengthen your connection to Mother Earth in many ways. Regularly spend time in nature, work with herbs and plant medicine for healing, and ask the fairies to help you understand Earth's teachings. The more connected you are to Earth, the more connected you are also to the entire universe. Remember to renew this bond often and allow yourself to receive the support that is available to you. Okay, 7th from the bottom and 4th from the bottom. So I'm going to do 7th from the bottom because she asked me first, and then I'll do 4th from the top. And I'm going to stir the cards up. And so y'all can see I'm actually like stirring the cards up. It's really hard for me to show you that because I don't have like the special like camera over my hands. But I assure you that I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fairy offering. Connect with the fairies by giving them an offering. Ask for what you want and need. A beautiful way to strengthen your connection to the fairies is to give them an offering that makes them rejoice. Fairies love gifts. By sharing small tokens of your appreciation with them, you invite them into your space and open the door to building a relationship with them. You may want to create an altar for your fairy friends, plant a garden or a fairy garden, or offer them crystals or bright colors. These are a few things that makes the fairies smile. When offering nature's treasures to the fairies or enjoying their benefits in your own life, make sure they are ethically sourced and that you only take what you need. This is very important to the fairies, and they love to support those who genuinely appreciate and respect the earth. This card is also an invitation to share your wishes with the fairies, be clear about what you want and need, and ask for it. The fairies love to help you make your dreams come true in exchange for your sincere friendship and gifts of gratitude. Okay. 4th from the top. Danny, I'm only going to pull 1 card per person because I don't really have a whole lot of heck of time right now. So if you can just pick 1, please, that would be awesome. Okay, here we go. Kimberly, this one is for you. It is magical words. Speak from your heart. Use your voice to manifest with intention. Watch your words, the fairies say to you with this card. Words are magic. What you speak, you call into being. Therefore, it's important to choose words that match your true intentions. At this time, pay close attention to how you're describing your reality. Are you affirming what you desire, or are your words reflecting subconscious beliefs that are limiting your creative power? The universe is listening closely, both to what you say and how you say it. The intention behind your words is just as important as the language you use. What are you truly communicating? Use your magic wisely and speak consciously. This card may also be a reminder to be honest and truthful when you communicate with others. Have the courage to speak from your heart and express yourself authentically. This will help you improve your relationships and create deeper, more intimate bonds with the people you love. Okay. That link is for you, Danny. So there you go. So any other requests for card pulls? Danny looks like she has dropped off. So yeah, these cards are from Maritza Moreno. That she is a lovely member of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. Please do support her and help support another small woman-owned business. And you are most welcome. It is my delight to do so. I hope that y'all will have a great night. We will talk soon. Take care. We will see you. Thanks. Bye-bye.